Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back once again to the amazing Level Unlock Podcast, episode 110. I don't think your nut button's working.
It doesn't seem to be.
Nope, don't hear nothing.
Let me just turn up the fucking game then.
I'm glad you got it back. I haven't seen that thing in a
Yeah,
super
no,
long
it's
time.
been a minute.
Was I not talking at all during that thing?
No, you were talking about it.
I heard you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard
I was
you.
just making sure. Gotcha.
I just wanted to make sure that I remembered that I still have this.
Good old nut button.
Good old call. That's a little throwback to the real OGs of the podcast.
Yeah, it is. Welcome, guys.
Early
We're back
days.
once again to another amazing episode.
Your Minesweeper's up.
It is. That on purpose. I'm streaming.
Is that the
Minesweeper
real?
while
Is that the
doing
real
podcast.
quality content
It
that
is.
we've come to expect?
Exactly. Yeah, I got a good old OG Minecraft, not Minecraft,
Minecraft.
Minesweeper, kind of. Best as it can get,
That's
unfortunately, because the
Minesweeper.
way that the way the screen is, I don't have any overlays anymore, so I figured I'd entertain them with Minesweeper instead. It's a good alternate.
Sure.
So what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Been a couple weeks.
It
That
sure
has
has.
been a little while.
Been a while.
Been
I
if
said
I.
I'm sorry. What's new? Anything fun and exciting? Start with you, James.
Oh shit! I got a lot of fun and exciting things to talk about.
I know you've been all over the place. I've been getting notifications like every day
Well,
about
first,
you saving different parts of the
yeah,
planet.
exactly. Yeah, I'm like
You
Captain
and
Planet.
Elon Musk going to Mars.
I'm like
working
Captain
on putting
Planet, dude.
Dogecoin on the moon.
The reason why Dogecoin took that spike is because of me. Me and
It is.
Elon.
I heard
And then
about that.
Elon solely crushed it. Just he
He did. By
killed
going
it.
to SNL.
Did you
Did
guys see that?
Did you guys see the fucking
What's
atrocity
happening?
that the Wario sketch was?
Yeah,
That
it
was a
pretty
fucking
terrible.
atrocity. I
Alright,
hope
Amazing. What do you mean? That was amazing.
I hope Nintendo sues their asses. I really do.
What?
They fucking deserve it after that abortion.
No, I just heard that overall I never watched it, but I just heard the overall whole entire thing was
It was
very
bad.
not good.
It was
bad.
real bad.
Yeah, like it wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
Hey,
A lot of the cast members, I guess, were kind of upset that Elon was actually there. That to them it felt that he was doing it more as like a publicity stunt to try to further Dogecoin than
Oh, it
actually
was.
being there for entertainment.
Oh, it totally was.
But it was. I mean, okay. I'm
And-
glad everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
a lot of
completely
them-
was. Like, not
A
even
lot of
lying.
the cast members are like, "Why the hell is he like? I don't understand why he's doing this. He's not like not everyone that does it's a comedian anyways. So
No, but still.
yeah, but yeah, so a lot of like the main like the big cast members, I guess, were not over ecstatic that he was chosen to be the guest host.
Hmm.
You know who did a really good job? Daniel Craig. For someone who isn't like a comedian or main comedy actor, he did a fantastic job. He was funny as shit.
So was fucking Adam Driver.
Yeah.
The two times he's been on.
Yeah, they were
for not
great.
being a comedy actor, it was fucking funny. The thing I love with Adam Drivers was they did a undercover boss.
Yeah,
him
the Star
as,
Wars.
What the fuck was his name?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren from Star Wars, like the evil emperor. He went undercover to see how his crew worked while pretending not to be Kylo Ren, but
Yeah.
the whole entire time everyone knew it was him because he kept choking people with the Force. And they were like, so what do you think of? And there's like Josh or something. They were like, oh, you mean Kylo Ren? And they were like, well, no, like that's what do you? Yeah, we all know it's Kylo Ren. Like, dude, straight pulled out a lightsaber the other day. What do you expect? And then it goes to a clip of this guy Dave or whatever showing. He's like, "What do you guys think of Kylo Ren's lightsaber?" And they're like, "How the hell did you get that?" Like, oh, I snuck into his office. What do you think of it? Like, I don't know. It's kind of shitty the way that it has like the extra sides. This is amazing. And he starts like going crazy and he throws the lightsaber across the room. Everyone's like, yeah, that's Kylo Ren for sure. That was quite funny. What else do you do, James, other than saving the world?
So as you can see, I am
Rearrange your shit.
yeah. I got a nice little desk, nice little L desk. I got my PlayStation right here. I got my Switch down here. I got a bunch of fucking boxes in front of me that I don't know what to do with. Yeah, I got a chair, nice little comfy racing chair, because my Fortnite skills have gone through the roof. I am now ranked number 87th in the world in Fortnite.
I know it was only a matter of time.
All because of this chair. It's unlocked my latent ability.
Fuck you, mine.
I can tell that I'm like, my stories are so important.
They are. I hear everything you say. I hear everything you say.
Yeah, so I did that. So my chair, let me tell you something real quick. If any of y'all ever get an AK racing chair, pro tip, do not read the fucking instruction manual that comes with it, because it's wrong. It makes things a lot goddamn harder. So
you put it together and shit.
Yeah, so Mitchell came over and we rearranged shit, and built my desk and my chair, and I have another chair that I need to get returned, but that's another story. So it had me when we were building the chair. What's the first part you would think to put on?
You put the legs on?
Exactly. That was the last step in the instruction manual. So us just, reading the instruction manual blindly, being idiots, we put the seat, the arms were on the seat, but then the back we put on. And then we put the base on. But when we watched a video from AK Racing's website on how to build these chairs, the very first thing they did was put on the fucking base of it.
So even the website is different from the instructions.
Exactly. They even said to put on the included gloves. So these things came with gloves. They came with special white gloves. So
to what? Like not get grease on your hands or something?
Here, I'll put the glove on. Here, we got. Look at that. I can do the white glove treatment for stuff now.
That's fucking funny.
So here's the real funny thing. Look at how fucking tiny these gloves are. Now compare that to my hands.
Yeah, it doesn't fit very well.
It's like you can fit like 2 of these easily, like with my hand. I need like 2 of them to properly fit my hand. Yeah, they're very tiny. Yeah, I don't get it. It's probably some bougie bullshit. But yeah, so I did that. I've also let me show you the thing that I got. Other than here's finally my doctorate of space and time right here. Y'all better refer to me as Dr. Noodles from now on. I got a thing in the mail.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got that.
I got my Days Gone poster
dope.
signed by the dev team.
Ooh, that's fancy spancy. Where'd you get that from?
Sony.
That's
They
nice of them.
emailed me, told me that I'm getting it, so I got it.
Why?
I don't
They're
know.
just like, yo, I like this guy.
I,
Dude, dope, man.
I don't know.
Like, have you seen this dude's YouTube channel? He's like, bro, this guy's what's up.
No shit. I get a fucking email from someone at PlayStation, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna send you this," and I go, like, we need your ship. They're like, "Is the shipping address on your PlayStation account correct?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's correct." All right, bet. We're sending this to you. I'm like, okay. So I get it.
Wow.
And I don't fucking believe it because it's been like a month since I got the email. or so. But hey, that's
That's a win.
Hey, why not? Yeah.
I'll take
Okay.
it. Right before, like the day before I got this, I don't know where it's at. Where are you? Aha! Here it is. I also got this from them. I got Sackboy's Big Adventure for PlayStation
Nice.
4 and 5.
What
Right.
was that?
I haven't. It's still in the wrapper. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. So hey, I'm gonna be playing that soon, probably on YouTube. So
Good.
that shit happened.
Awesome.
And then other things
Yeah,
happened.
it's pretty neat. What other things have happened? Tell us the other things that have happened, sir.
Where's the case? Where case? I don't know where that case went.
Weren't you playing a scary game?
Pokemon Snap came out. New
yeah, that's
Pokemon
the one I was
Snap came
talking
out.
about.
So, Walker, we can talk about this in a second, because I know you've played it.
It's terrifying.
Funny. Play a scary game. Pokemon Snap came out. Like, oh, okay.
So funny because on my side, the music, like, there was like a slow record slow down to a stop. Just as you said that, it was like, meow.
Like, oh, that's not what I'm talking about, but if that works, I guess. That's just really funny to me. Sorry. Oh man. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Pokemon Snap came out. New Pokemon Snap. That game's fantastic.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
it. It's everything I've ever wanted and more in the past fucking 20 some years almost.
It is. It's really fun. Really good graphics too.
It's dude, the amount of pictures, and I was showing these pictures to some people at work who've also been playing it. And they're like, "Man, what star rating did you get on these pictures? They're so good." I'm like, "Those are the rejects." I don't know if you guys have been checking out my Twitter recently, but that's pretty much all I'm tweeting out is just my reject photos from Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, some of the pictures I don't get. Where like there was a picture I took of like an Ekans or something, and his face is covered by a fucking tree, but behind the tree his mouth is open.
Yeah,
But they gave me
fucking
3 stars.
Yeah, it gives you like a fucking diamond. I'm like, all right,
It's just
cool.
like his fucking face is completely covered up, but in the system it knows that its mouth is open, so it's like a posed
You
picture.
fucking watched the live stream that I did where I'm
Yeah.
taking pictures of Onyx and he's taking up 90% of the fucking screen and it gives me a placement of 90 out of
Yeah, I've
100
seen that.
or 900 out of 1,000. I'm like, this
Yep.
dude's taking up the entire fucking screen.
Yeah, that's the only thing that just confused me a little bit. It's like, how does that even make sense?
You have to it has to be perfect. You have to
Yep.
like know the
Are you
game.
serious?
You have to
Yeah.
know the game. And it gives you a lot of leeway for like a
So
platinum
do you
stars.
do you get to explore at all, or
No.
is it all
It's all on rails.
Do you remember the original one when you're in
all
that?
on rails?
Yep.
You're
Yeah.
on you're on rails. You're
Yep.
just riding a roller coaster, taking
Exactly.
photos.
Yeah, you don't get to walk out. That'd be cool. That'd be fucking cool as shit if you got to get out and walk around. But no, you don't get to do
Right.
that.
But I mean, they have Pokemon for that.
One
They have
day.
regular
People would do
Pokemon.
all kinds of super inappropriate things, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, if you actually got to get out and walk around.
Right.
There was a game on PlayStation 3 that's actually a pretty rare PS3 game. Like around the 100, I think, $150 mark for a complete in box, called Africa. And it's like
Okay.
Pokemon Snap, but with real animals.
Hmm.
And a more in-depth camera system. I got
There's,
it from GameFly once, and I didn't
Zoo
return it.
Tycoon,
Yeah.
the new Zoo Tycoon that you can get on Microsoft Game Pass. You actually can now. So obviously you have the overlook where you can look over it like the regular Zoo Tycoon does.
Yeah.
And then you
Right.
put the animals in the cages, but now you actually have a person, a zookeeper, that you actually can put on the ground and walk around the zoo.
Oh, so it's like in.
About time.
Do you guys remember Thrillville?
Bro, if the game didn't have that, then like if there was a roller coaster or theme park
Yeah.
game or something like that, zoo game where you couldn't walk around inside of it, I'm good on it. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
need to play it. I need to play
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool because you actually can interact with the animals now. So there's one where you like have an elephant, so you gotta spray them with a hose and shit. But yeah, you actually go to the ground, you can spray them. What's
Yeah.
Thrillville?
Thrillville was by LucasArts. It came out on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox, original Xbox. And I think the sequel came out on 360. But think of it as just like that, but with whatchamacallit. It's but with like theme parks. So you
Okay.
build like the theme park and everything, and then you have your character that walks around your theme park. And you
Oh, that's pretty
can
fucking cool.
interact with other people. That's how you find out what they like, what they don't like. And then now you're playing Mahjong, great. um so yeah,
Keeping the people entertained.
you go around, and then yeah, you just kind of, you can ride your roller coasters, you can ride your rides. It's a hell of a lot of fun. I love that game. I spent way too many hours playing that game.
Yeah, I recently downloaded it on my son's Xbox, so we played it. But that's not bad. It's pretty cool. Just that the added aspect of it. There is no roller coaster tycoons anymore, I don't think. But that'd be kind of
There
cool. You build the roller
was
coasters,
one
you actually
that,
walk
yeah,
around.
there was one, but it's not good. Roller Coaster Tycoon World, I think it was. It wasn't good. Yeah, so I played the scariest game of all time, Pokemon Snap. And then on the other hand, I played a really light-hearted, jaunty trip through an Eastern European village called Resident Evil Village.
Exactly.
Let me just.
It's a shame I can't even watch you play that game, man.
Resident Evil Village. I had to get the Steelbook because you know me.
That's dope. It looks cool. It does look cool.
The game is everything that I've ever wanted in life and then some. You know how I said that?
Big bitch.
You know how I said that Pokemon Snap was exactly what everything that I wanted and then some? Yeah,
Yeah.
Resident Evil Village is everything that I wanted and then some. Part 2. I mean, it's got everything that I fucking love, and you know it. I didn't even know that I had
8.5-foot bitches.
9.5 foot.
9.5 foot.
Nine.
can't
Get it
even watch
fucking
you play
right.
that game.
Like, I didn't even know I had a tall woman fetish, but I do apparently. I didn't know I had a giant
Are
mommy
you trying
GF.
to play it yourself, Schroeder? Is that why?
No.
Oh, it's just.
No, I can't play those games.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
remember
You can't
he.
even watch people play those games. Bad things happen to me in real life when that game is involved, and when I'm ingesting that game into my brain space.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
saw it.
are you enjoying it?
it's
Well,
phenomenal.
so you said it's your favorite thing in the world.
It's phenomenal. I
This is
absolutely
an
love it.
indication you like a thing.
Yeah, the mechanics are great. The shooting's great.
What's her name? Lady what?
Dimitris.
That's what it was. I saw a video. It was like this bitch just took because he has a shotgun. He's like this bitch just took a 8-round shotgun to the face and just brushed it off like it was nothing.
Yeah, Lady Dimitris is
Gang.
she's the thing. She's definitely a. Oh no,
Oh,
this
heard some
giant woman is coming after me and probably wants to step on me. Oh,
Run
I better run away.
I
I did hear some people be like they wish that she was more of a like a whole game boss instead of just like like a
Oh yeah,
first
no,
part
she's
boss.
just the first part. Yeah, that I kind
Yeah,
of
a lot of-
figured that's going right in because they don't. They teased Mother Miranda for the entire, like, all the things, all the promotional
Yeah.
stuff, and like you see Lady Dimitris there, and it's like, yeah, she's not the final bad. She's not the big bad. But I've
Graphics
been,
look freaking amazing though.
oh yeah, especially on 4K with ray tracing, which I can't do, but with 4K and ray tracing, it looks phenomenal.
Oh, I bet.
I guess I could, because I use XSplit now for streaming, and I can set a custom frame rate. I can set it to 45 frames per second. Huh. Interesting. That might be something I do later. But yeah, so I played Resi Village. I played Pokemon Go. Pokemon Snap. I built a desk. I built a chair. We played Super Mario Party.
Yeah, we did.
We played
Yeah, we gotta
multiplayer
play
for
that
the first
again.
time. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was a
How
lot
did
of
you
fun.
play that? What did you play that on?
The Switch.
Switch. They finally, after 2 years,
2 fucking years.
added a multiplayer online mode. So if you have the game now, you can now play online the full Mario Party online with your friends.
Awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why that wasn't brought at release, I have no fucking idea. But yeah, now
Or I
you
mean,
can play
hell,
it on.
even like last year when everyone had to stay at home,
Yeah.
like it would
What a
have been
perfect time to do it.
Sales
Do
would
it
have
now,
gone through
though.
the roof.
Yeah, it's available now. James kicked my ass.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
You got fucked
Well.
though. You got fucked at
look what this
times.
fucking guy is
Yeah.
doing. He's fucking floating around the Amazon taking pictures of exotic Pokemon in their natural state of being.
Mhm.
Not even getting hit by all kinds of dangerous things that these fucking critters be doing.
Mhm.
Getting hit with gas balls or getting hit with lightning shock or Charmander's little flamey tail.
Yeah,
It's not very safe.
instead I'm just, hanging out and watching Raichu surf on his tail.
Exactly.
Although I really hope, because you can level up the different zones that you're in by
Yeah, and it
just
changes
over time,
everything.
it changes it. I really hope there's a surfing Pikachu. I really
kinda
hope.
cool.
I will be offended if there isn't a surfing Pikachu.
Yeah, that's one aspect of this game that I like because the original Pokemon Snap, you literally just played the same level and it was the exact same thing
Yeah.
over and over again. And as you progressed, obviously you had the apples and then the one balls
gas
that
ball.
made them move.
Yeah.
Um,
Which then you can
But
use to open up new areas, take alternate paths.
yeah, but it was always the same. They always did the same exact thing.
Mhm.
So the mechanisms are always the same. In this one, you level up, and then after you level up, and then you go back into that same map again, everything is different. The Pokemon are different. They're doing different things.
Yeah, it
So it
changes
kind of
it.
changes it, so it's not just repetitive,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. They did a perfect job on this game. This is exactly what. Which what's weird? Pokemon Company didn't make this game.
Really?
It was Bandai Namco.
I didn't even notice
Namco
that.
made this. Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
A buddy of mine told me about that. I didn't even realize it. And the thing that gave it away was there are people on Twitter that are saying, "Hey, I'm the voice actor for Professor Mirror." Pokemon Company doesn't let you do that. You have to sign an NDA saying you cannot say that you were in this game, in a Pokemon game, if they made it.
That makes sense then.
So Bamco's like, well, I don't fucking care. Do what you want, dude. You
I
can
didn't
say
know
that you're in this
Pokemon
game.
did that though.
Yeah. Which is weird. I don't understand why, but
They don't want their
Fuck it, I
voice actors harassed. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Watched some slap fights last week with Nate. We're gonna finish that tomorrow. The War for Warsaw. 4-hour slap tournament. We
The
watched
World
an hour and a half.
Championship slap tournament.
Yeah. It was good.
Those are ridiculous, man. Sometimes those people, when they get hit, I can just imagine their whole world. It's probably like some sort of crazy like drug at this point.
Yeah. It's like, well, I was
Like-
telling Nate, I was like, you know how
It's like
runners
I'm about
after
to
they
get hit.
runners they know, like after they run for a certain period, they get that runner's high. Do these slappers get slapper high?
Honestly, when you get slapped so
Oh,
hard though, and
sleepy
you're
time.
like, I'm assuming your body just goes into some kind of state where it just because when you get slapped to a point where your eyes like go back in your head and you're like
dead. Murders a man.
and it's just like
Vasily
it's like the people who like choke themselves to like make themselves pass out because they like the feeling.
Utter
that.
asphyxiation, yeah.
Yeah, like the same concept.
Always do it with a buddy. Always have a buddy. Like, I'm dead serious.
Oh, I know. But no, it's like the same thing. But people, I don't know, it's a weird sport to me. But
Yeah.
people like it though.
Yeah, it's very niche. Very
Fucking
niche.
dude that was gushing blood out of his mouth. That was getting slapped in the face.
Yeah, the dude
That
that
was
straight up
cringe.
died almost from getting
That was
slapped,
fucking like, ugh.
just blood gushing out of his mouth. It's like, oh fuck, that is a slap and a half.
Yeah, that was Logan Paul was gonna do that.
What,
Um,
professional slapping or bleed out of his mouth profusely?
oh, probably both, but after he fights Mayweather, but
Oh yeah.
no, he was actually signed up to go to that tournament in Russia. Um, and then his managers finally talked him out of it.
Oh, he would have
Um,
gotten ruined. That man would have
that
died. Like,
he was
see,
actually practicing. There was videos of him actually practicing. People actually volunteered just because they wanted to be like on YouTube and kind of be around someone
get that
famous.
clout.
So they volunteered to be kind of his punching bags. And so he was actually legit practicing slapping.
There's one guy
And
in
then someone finally talked him out of it. Like, this is not a good option for you if you want to kind of keep your brain cells intact.
Well, I'm going. Fuck you. You're not my dad.
So if Logan Paul was to go to Warsaw, Poland, and compete in this event, he would have gotten destroyed.
Yeah,
Not only is there the man, the myth, the legend, Vasily Kamosky, the most famous
probably wouldn't-
slapper in the world.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't be on YouTube anymore.
But pretty much everyone in that tournament was either a big boy, or a monster. There's this one dude who, no shit, looked just like Joe Rogan's grandpa.
What
If-
does Joe Rogan's grandpa look like?
Like if Joe Rogan was an old man. If
Okay,
Joe Rogan was
okay.
an old man.
Okay, not literally.
But, yeah, not literally. But if Joe Rogan was like 8 times the size.
Gotcha.
This guy had biceps the size of my head.
Jesus.
He looked like he could just look at someone and they would die of shock and pure horror. He slapped the ever-living shit out of a kid. Just one hit, done.
Nice.
Like, they had to stop the match. They had to stop the slaps because the doctors wouldn't clear him. He got fucked up that bad.
Oh my god.
He went back and got the medics were like, "All right, let's go take you there. Let's go take a look at you." He's like, "I want to keep going." And the doctor's like,
family name by becoming the world's premier slap. What is even the name of that? You're a
slapper.
Slapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
World's
premier
strongest
slapper. Slapper, slappist.
World slap.
World slappers.
Slap mirror.
Slap me. I like that.
Jesus.
Can I tell you guys a funny story about that slap tournament real quick? So, I'm hanging out. I'm waiting for Nate to get on Discord so we can watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get a text from his girlfriend. She goes, "Hey," or no, she calls me. She straight up calls me. And I answer the phone. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" She goes, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" I'm like, "Watching YouTube. What's up?" "Well, are you busy?" "Yeah, I'm going to be here in a few minutes. What's up?" She goes, "Oh, well, Nate just called me. He said that he's hungry. He doesn't have money. And he wants me, like, DoorDash won't deliver food at this time at his area." And I go, "Okay, what does this have to do with me?" She goes, "Well, I was going to order him food, but now she lives all the way out by Waldemere. So basically
That's
a solid
away from you.
25 minute drive."
Yeah.
So she can't, and she has 2 kids, so it's like, can't just drop everything and go get this man food.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, "Well, why doesn't Nate just go get it?" She goes, "Well, Nate's busy right now. He can't leave." And I go, "What's he busy doing?" And she goes, "I don't know. He just said that he was going to be busy, so he can't leave to go get food." And I go, "That's funny, because I'm going to be busy with Nate watching the slap fights."
You straight threw him under the bus.
The pause and then just hysterical laughter coming from her was
Oh my
priceless. And she
Just
goes,
straight threw
"Are
him under the
you
bus.
fucking kidding me right now?" I ain't kidding you right now. We're actually going to be watching the slap fight tournament in about 10 minutes from now. That motherfucker. And I go, all right, here's what I'm going to do. All right, I'll go get him food. You just cash at me. And I'm not going to tell him that I'm coming. I'm just going to throw some food at him. She goes, okay, bet. Make sure to take a video of you kicking his ass for me, by the way. I'm like, all right, will do. So we get into the little Discord call. And I go, Nate, in about, so I order Chinese food at this place that's no shit, like a 5-minute drive from the house. From his house and my house. Like a 5-minute fucking drive. So I go, all right, Nate.
Motherfucker could have went and got it too.
He really could have gotten it. Like, no joke. He could have fucking went and got it. But his lazy ass didn't. So I go, Nate, in about 10 minutes here, I got to dip for a few minutes. All right, why? What's up? What's going on? I go, don't worry about it. And then there's a pause.
Like, okay, well, what
James,
I do to you?
do you DoorDash? Nah, fam, I don't. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I was like, well, why? He goes, oh, don't worry about it. All right. So the time comes. And I dip out, I go grab the food. And then I call him. Hey, what's up? Hey, come outside your house right now. What do you mean? Get your ass out of your house and come out to your front door. Okay. So I'm parked right outside in front of his house. And he just starts walking up. And he goes, what are you doing? And before he could finish talking, I just yeet a bag of Chinese food at him. And he catches, he goes, what is, see you later, fucker, as I just peel out. As I just fucking dip. And then I get back in. I get back to my house. And I get, settled up on my computer. I'm like, oh, I'm ready for the slap fights. And then I get back on Discord. And he goes, you didn't have to do that. I'm like, no, I didn't, but I thought it would be funny. When I pick up the food, I take a picture and text his girlfriend. I'm like, package acquired. And then when I get done throwing it at him, I go, package delivered.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
So does she work at Best Buy? Is that how you all?
She does. Yeah.
Like, okay, I was gonna.
Yeah,
say.
she works at the Geek Squad.
Gotcha. At first, I was like, why the fuck is his girlfriend calling you? I was like, what kind of side hustle you got fucking going on down low?
This feller.
I'm just kidding. That's fucking great though.
We'll talk a little bit after
Here's your
this.
fucking food.
We'll talk a little bit after this. About that. So, but yeah, that's what I did this week.
That's fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Jeff? What's your life been? That's the shakes.
Saving the. They're better. I'm not shaking as much. I got the medicine, so I'm better now. Shakes are good. No, they are good. Just been chilling, dude. Same busy, running around like a chicken with its head cut off for the most part. They've been inventing funky shakes. Created an apple pie one.
Didn't you invent one today?
I did. It's not done. I got to work on it. I'm still building. I have to test it. 6 months ago, I acquired a new power. A power that, Spider-Man was gifted by being bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah.
I was gifted by being bitten by a radioactive Rona. And I gained the ability to not be able to taste or smell almost anything ever again.
Wow, that sounds like the world's worst superpower.
Yeah, not for a week, not for a month. This is going on 6.5 months now that my taste and smell has been completely ruined. So, bro, it's crazy. Anytime I go to any restaurant, fast food, fancy, bougie, organic, doesn't matter. 90% of the food out there in the wild tastes like trash. And I don't know why. I've yet to be able to super identify what the specific thing is inside of the food that tastes like shit, but there's something there. However, the drink that does not destroy my face and my mood and my just general energy levels of happiness is protein drinks.
There you
Plus, I've
go.
been lifting like crazy, so I can't taste. I lost 2 of my senses out of the 5 that connect me to reality.
What's the other
However,
one?
sight, smell, or touch, hearing. Those are the 3 other ones. You have touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing.
Yep.
And then there's the sixth
So-
sense, which is psychic.
Is a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what 2 did you lose? Like we got taste. What's the second one that you
And
lost?
smell.
Oh
I can't
yeah, that's
smell.
right. You said smell.
Actually, my smell is, I have maybe 15% to 20% of my ability to smell that I had before the Rona. And my taste is about 40%, but everything that tastes like almost everything tastes disgusting. Like,
And then
it's
you
not
take
that I don't, it's
and
not that I
then-
don't taste it. It's just that it tastes gross.
and then you take my 66 and 2/3 smell and subtract your 45% smell, and then you oh god damn it, I used to know that promo by heart, the Scott Steiner math promo. I used to know that shit by heart.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
We'll watch it after
Anna
this.
says,
It's
"Oh, no,
fantastic.
maybe you gained." She says, "Maybe I gained the ability to sense. My superpower is the ability to taste chemicals in the food."
Yeah, it's not bad. Maybe.
Who knows, man? That's what my mom said too. Cause, bro, it's like, unless it's super legit organic, it there's a weird taste to almost everything, bro. And it's crazy. It's really weird. But protein drinks and chicken, but that's the thing, is even chicken has the taste. It's just nasty taste. I still taste chicken at like 15 to 20%, but the rest, the other 20%, because the taste is still not strong, is this weird chemical taste. It's like I told you guys the one time, it's almost like biting into an electric discharge mat.
Yeah.
Ew. It's like rubber. It's like chemical. It's like a gym mat. Fucking gross. But I can eat the protein drinks. They seem to not bother me too much. So I've been inventing all sorts of different flavors because it's the only way I get any other flavor in. I've created an apple pie one, created a banana. I'm working on a coconut cream pie one now. Super good. I've made an orange creamsicle one that's savage. Again, blueberry green tea one that's super good. Chai one that's ridiculous.
Ooh. That sounds good.
It's super good, dude. Cinnamon toast crunch, mint chocolate. Bro, all sorts of flavors. And it's almost all healthy as hell. Super healthy. Actually, it's like the main food group now is chicken and protein drinks, and it gets depressing at times, and yogurt.
That's the benefit of working out so much. Unfortunately, it's the downfall of it.
Just sucks because savory things, I can't enjoy savory things. I can't go to B-dubs. I can't go to, I can't enjoy a steak. I can't. It's weird, dude. I can't even eat steak. I don't know what the dealio is, but on the good side, like I said, I am getting healthier. I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been right now, actually.
Good though.
So, yep. Other than that, been messing around with stock market stuff. That's been fun. I know everybody's been dicking around with Dogecoin. I predicted exactly. It did exactly what I said it was gonna do. The day after that shit dropped, or it was actually that night, right after the show, it started to dip, and it dipped right down to my sis. I told my sister, I'm like, it's gonna drop down to like probably 420, because that's like the joke. That's the joke of the Dogecoin.
Is where it's at.
Yeah, Doge. Well, that's where it's gonna be next. So there's your tip. You're hearing it now. The next fucking level is gonna be 69, because that's the joke. And then how many ever days into the year that is? 420 plus. 420 is what? April 20th, right?
Yeah.
69 days after that is what? Whatever that is. How many ever days that is in total in the year is where the next level is going to be. Because 420 plus 69 is I believe, Elon Musk's birthday.
Oh shit.
No,
And
that's 489.
There's some number there. There's a way that the numbers come together that make it work. I'm pretty sure. Just Google his birthday. Whatever his birthday is, that's gonna be with the next level.
Walker,
I'm telling you.
Yep.
are you building a house in Minecraft Classic right now?
I am.
Are you really?
He is. He actually is.
Minecraft Classic? What the hell is that?
Online web browser version of Minecraft that you can play on any computer. Elon Musk's birthday is June 28th.
That's eerily
So-
close to 8/29 or 8 whatever I said.
What is his birthday?
June 28th,
What year?
1971.
There's something to do with that. Those I don't know what it is. I'm still too new to understand what the joke is. But there's a joke there. I just haven't gotten it yet. It's still over my bald ass head. But whatever that is, that's where the next plateau is going to be. So I've been messing around with stock stuff, and then I picked up a new gig. It's like an Uber type driver, but for like Walmart groceries, and it's surprisingly lucrative. Pretty dope. Making decent money doing that. Still super poor
There you
though.
go.
That's how that works. So
Hey, that's the way of the future, really. Though the whole DoorDash concept.
the way of the future is this fucking cryptocurrency, dudes.
Mhm.
That too.
Cryptocurrency is the way of the future. This shit's crazy, man. XRP. That's where I would suggest.
The next
looking
big thing
into it
is
at the very
Shiba.
least.
Shiba coins.
Shiba coins.
Yep.
Is that a thing?
It's actually a thing, no joke.
What's the deal with that? What's the project with that?
No.
Just look at it.
Just
See
look
what
at-
happens?
just
Biggest
just
thing is
look
we
at
got to
it.
listen to James this time because when he talked about Dogecoin like a year
Yeah,
ago, and
you
it
guys
was
fucking laughed at me.
Get this bitch out of here.
And then
Yeah,
now I'm looking at
Is that a dog on it?
my fucking like 300 billion% increase in profits on
Yeah.
Doge.
I think about that every day. It's like motherfucker was literally talking about Dogecoin like this time last year. He's like, yeah, I bought it for like 1/10 of a penny. And we're like, oh, okay, cool, dude. And just completely just ignoring it, like, yeah, it's cool. And then
Yeah, look at this stock market guy.
and that, like, okay, yeah, it's worth a 1% of a penny. That's
Yeah.
okay.
When I
Not-
bought in
it's
back
not
in
Bitcoin.
when I bought in, I think it was back in either 2019 or 2018. I bought in at 3/10 of a penny.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And we're like,
fuckers
yeah,
better,
this
you
isn't,
should
this
listen to
isn't
me.
Bitcoin. And I was like, yeah, this isn't Bitcoin. No, they're just never gonna make any money off of it. Now it's like, oh fuck, okay, never mind.
What? Let me see what my profits are at real quick. Now, I didn't invest a whole lot. I didn't go all in. I should have gone all in. Now that I think about it. In
Better than nothing.
retrospect. I am, as of right now, up $902.
Off of 3/10 of a penny.
What? How many 3/10 of a penny did you pay? How much money did you drop at that time?
Oh, I dropped. Well, it was like fucking under $1.
So
but,
you
like,
threw
over
like a
time.
buck at it?
But I've
You threw
also
like a
been.
buck at it a year ago, and now it's at like $900.
Well, I've also been buying, regularly. I've been putting some money. I have like less than $100 in Dogecoin. Like I've put in less than $100.
Nice.
I've
Man, my
gotten.
stock-
I'm Stevie's stockbroker when it comes to Dogecoin. I'm Stevie's Doge broker. He gave me $21 over the course of just. Well, the first time it was a joke, and it was off of a bet, and the second time he was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking in. Let's do it," and now he's up over like $200 some.
Would have fucking do it.
Listen, man. Maybe this is my skill. This is my inherent skill. I can
No, I'm
just
checking that.
predict. I can predict
You can
the
pick
crypto
the-
market.
Yeah.
3 years before it actually happens.
Exactly. Yeah, I can.
Hey, that's what happened with Bitcoin, and everyone bought Bitcoin. They're like, nothing's gonna fucking happen with it.
I'm gonna
And
spend my
now,
Bitcoin on a Papa
$60,000 later.
John's pizza. The one of the
Smash.
guys who I read an article about one of the guys who started Dogecoin. He
Okay.
like about a year ago, he cashed out and had enough money to buy like a Honda, like an older like a 2014 like Honda Civic.
Well, just think,
And
like
now
fucking
like
people that you invest say $100, like when you bought it.
mhm
You take that money now, you can fucking buy a goddamn Tesla.
mhm
Like, because you can buy
yeah
Teslas
Not
with
joking,
Dogecoin.
dude.
It's just crazy to think about. Like,
Wasn't
like
it
oh,
eBay? Didn't eBay just start? Didn't eBay
Newegg
just start hitting?
Newegg
And
you can
eBay.
really I
yeah,
didn't know about
eBay did
eBay.
too.
I
Yeah,
know.
eBay just did it too.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you can now pay for your shit in Doge.
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
I
That
remember
is
about
crazy.
I remember I think it was either early this year or late last year. People were petitioning to have Amazon start accepting Dogecoin.
And if
I
they
don't see
haven't
why
yet,
it
I'm
wouldn't.
sure that's If they haven't yet, I'm sure soon enough it will
Yep.
be.
Probably whenever uh August when Jeff Bezos
How do they even
whenever he
tax
steps
that?
down.
They can.
But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Jeff Bezos in August is no longer the CEO of Amazon. He stepped down.
Really?
How do you even tax that? Like I
I
can
don't think you
understand.
can.
Yeah, you could tax capital gains, but you're not making capital gains. It's
Mm.
not an investment that's accrued value. It's you sold somebody a shirt using Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know. There's a way to do it on your. They ask if you invested in cryptocurrency on when you filled out your tax return this year. So
right,
They
but you're not investing. You're trading. You're buying shit with it and selling stuff with it. So like Walker, if how do you determine the value of like the fair market value maybe is what you would go off? How would you do that on
but like
I
taxes?
don't know.
the
I
fair
was trying to
market
think of that too.
value keeps changing though on it.
Mhm.
Right.
And
From
It
it's gonna
moment
changes
to
by
keep
the
changing.
moment.
second. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like when I did H&R Block this year, it asked me about crypto if I invested in cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
Right.
TurboTax did that too, and I hit yes, and it just said I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't look. I didn't invest in it last year, so obviously I
Yeah.
didn't hit it yet. So I don't know what would have happened. But yeah, I
I,
don't know how they evaluate that. Like, okay, so you have 13,000 shares of Dogecoin. Let's like,
yeah, I don't know, cause like I said, I mean cause I had to click yes and TurboTax, and it was just like, okay, I invested in cryptocurrency this year. On to the next question. Did you invest in stocks? I'm like, yeah, I did. Okay. Hey, did you buy a home? No. Okay. It's
So
like
you
it didn't care.
didn't
It
you
really didn't care.
didn't okay. Because there's another question in there. Your capital gain, you don't get taxed on anything until you pull the money out.
Correct.
Right. So as long as you didn't pull, which is you're just saying it didn't have a question
Or
that asked that,
yeah, I didn't have a question that asked that. You do get taxed
might be
if
a different form.
you get taxed also if you earn dividends from your stocks.
Which would make sense.
Cuz I got a dividend from my Nintendo stock.
Did you really?
I actually did, yeah.
Nice.
I got a little bit of
That
a
means
dividend.
you'll continue. You should continue to get a dividend
Mhm.
every what, like 3 months? Quarterly, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're quarterly. That's dope. See, that's the secret. That's the secret to not having to work for people anymore. It really is, man. I mean, a certain amount of loot dropped into dividend investing. You know what I mean? It's to
Now,
equal the amount of your cost of living per year, per month, or per
now
every 3 months.
yeah.
There's
Now,
of course, all kinds of other things, but
now,
this
Jeff,
is cool.
here's something that you might be
What's up,
interested in.
bro? What's up, Nate?
So there,
Jen Lyman's just joined us.
nice.
yo,
So
Part 2 ninjas in the building.
there is a app that I use called Coinbase,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's just for crypto.
Yep.
One of the coins on there. I forget what it's called. I'll have to check later. I'll let you know. But you earn 6% daily on that crypto, on that currency. On the specific one. I think it's like Al something.
This is a saving? Like a wallet, a savings wallet?
No, it's kind of like a Robinhood. Let me take a look here. Coinbase. I'm loading up right now. They also have a wallet as well. Algorand. Yeah, Algorand. So every day for what I put in there, I get 6% in more Algorand.
Careful with that coin. That sounds... That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's weird that you
But
just
it's like,
get more for having it.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, I put $5 in.
Okay.
So like it's not like it's not like I invested, you know, billions and millions of dollars into it.
Right.
But yeah.
Right.
I
Cool.
would check it out.
Well, that's all I got going on this week. We're about an hour in, and Walker, what did you do this week? I hope you guys don't have a ton of news, because
I don't.
No, honestly, I don't.
we're already at an hour almost.
No, I honestly didn't really do much of anything. I really haven't been playing Apex. It's happened to me with that game where I play it, I do really good one season, the next season I just do complete dog shit, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So, nothing's really kind of tickled my fancy in the last little bit, video game wise. Almost like what's going on with you, Schroeder. There hasn't been anything new, to kind of have it be, kind of change it up. Played a little bit of Pokemon Snap. Rewatched all of Dragon Ball Super. Just finished that today. I sped through it though, so I skipped quite a bit of episodes. Like especially, I didn't watch any of the filler episodes. Some of the episodes that had a bunch of filler in it, but had peak moments, I just fast forwarded through it. And so I probably watched, say, half of Dragon Ball Super, but all of Dragon Ball Super at the same time.
Yeah.
So, just to do something, but that's really, honestly, it.
Yeah, I knew you were watching Dragon Ball Super because I saw it on my Funimation watch list.
Cartoon
My watch
just
history.
yelled DB Super, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Just yelled it.
Supposedly here,
That's
sometime
real.
this year, we're supposed to be getting season 2. So
Well, I saw a thing on my Google feed. It was like, oh, they plan on making a new Dragon Ball Super movie in the year in 2020. And I go, huh? You're a little late on that one, bud. Uploaded 2 days ago. And then
Yeah, supposedly.
then another story said 2022.
Yeah, I know they're gonna be.
Somebody
They
forgot
are
to
making
post
a new
WordPress account.
They are making a new series, a new like add-on this Super.
Yeah.
Because of the crazy success that this one had. They didn't expect it to do as good as it did, especially even like over here in America. But you have all the kids that grew up with
It's
Dragon
fucking
Ball Z.
Dragon
like,
Ball.
fuck.
That's your gateway drug into anime
Exactly.
here in the States.
Like,
Like, tell me I'm
true.
wrong.
Yeah, it is.
It
for
was
sure,
your
dude.
gateway drug into anime.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But so I watched all that. Supposedly they're going to be doing it here soon. So I'm assuming because Dragon Ball GT is no longer canon,
Thank
and
God.
Dragon Ball GT added the person who's called Oob, who was the reincarnation of Boo. And in Dragon Ball Super, they talk about how he was just born. And so I'm assuming they may show something in relation to him growing up instead of fast forward, boom, this kid's like a young adult now. Bye.
And Goku's a kid.
Yeah. So we'll see. You wanna thank our Patreon?
Yeah. Hey, mad shout out to Jeffrey Ryan for being a member of the Lockpick Nation and helping fund the Lockpick Guild. Again,
Yes,
thank
man,
you,
thank you very much.
Jeffrey Ryan, for your continued
Been there
support.
for a minute.
Over a year.
Yeah, that's fucking, you're awesome, man. I appreciate you very, 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 very much. I got a couple things for movie news. Gonna start off.
Go for it.
So the Venom 2 trailer just launched.
I saw that.
Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage is what the movie is called. Uh, looks pretty fucking awesome. So one of the key moments in the trailer wasn't even in the trailer, but it was right after the name Sony. It said Sony, the next screen, in association with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Venom 1 did not have that, which means that somewhere in the talks, because if you guys remember to last year, no, the year before, 2 years ago, where Sony said, "Nah, fam, you're not having Spider-Man anymore, Disney. We're taking him back. Okay, bye. Do your own like." And everyone's like, well, "What the fuck? Like, what do you mean you're just taking Spider-Man back? You're not
Make
like,
your
yeah, he's
own
not.
web swinging superhero.
Yeah, like, yeah, we're taking Tom Holland Spider-Man back. He's not going to be any more Marvel movies, Avenger movies. He's exclusively us." And Tom Holland in the world basically was like, what the fuck? Okay, this is, how are we gonna finish this? And so then Disney made some kind of agreement with Sony to get him back, and there was talks that that agreement involved Venom somehow, because obviously Venom is a big part of Spider-Man's life. So it's kind of like the yin and the yang. It's like the Lex Luthor to Superman, the Batman to the Joker, and Venom is that to Spider-Man. So this movie, it says in association with Marvel. Because of that, the director did come out and say yesterday in an interview, that even despite it having that title, this particular sequel is not connected to the current MCU universe.
Now they're making their own Spider-Verse.
And then asking, obviously there are links between Venom and Spider-Man and the Marvel universe and the Spider-Man story, but in this specific movie, this is very much his own world. Venom is his own story in his own world. And they ask, what does that mean for the future of Spider-Man and Venom? And the only thing the director could say is, the future looks promising. Maybe we'll see something down the road. There is rumors that Venom could appear in the end credit scene of a Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 3, Far From Home. No, No Way Home is what it's called. Um, that comes out the end of this year. Um, but we'll see. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens. Let There Be Carnage comes out September 24th. Spider-Man 3 comes out December 7th. So we'll definitely see what happens there. You remember the Joker, the one with Joaquin Phoenix, the one that came out about 2 years ago, the really darker, rated R Joker. They are still working on a sequel. They are trying to write the script, but they want to make it right. They have not ditched this project. They just want to make sure it's done the right way. Because of the extreme success of the Joker, the original one with Joaquin Phoenix, they don't want to do a second one, and then it just ruins the experience from the first one. They want to make sure it's done right, done the right way, not just be, oh, here's another movie because the first one made a shit ton of money.
Right.
So Todd Phillips himself said that he is still involved, as well as Joaquin Phoenix is, but we do not currently have a time frame as on anything, but it is still in the works. So let's see what we got here else. Zack Snyder. Actually, I'll save that for a second. Paranormal Activity 7 is being released. And it is coming directly out to Paramount Plus at the end of this year. It's most likely not going to be called Paranormal Activity 7, despite it being the seventh movie in the franchise. They said this movie will more so be a reboot of the series entirely. Uh, if you've ever watched the Paranormal Activity movies, essentially it is what the title is, Paranormal Activity shit. Like, it's a jump scare movie where a door slams and you jump. It will be Paranormal Activity will be rebooted and launched on Paramount Plus by the end of 2021, embarking on a new line of Paranormal Activity movies that will be released directly to the Paramount Plus streaming service.
I remember
Hmm.
watching the.
You're talking, James. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I was muted. I remember watching the first Paranormal Activity in with my buddy and his sister in the back of their family minivan on our way to Ponderosa Steakhouse.
There you go.
It was one of those weird memories that I'll never forget. And yet I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
But yeah, it's like the
It's like-
original one was good, but then it just became this fucking, I don't even know, like they made 6 of them. Like at
Well, it
what
was
point
like
is
a
it
Blair
like
Witch Project like that.
It's
Well,
because
yeah.
it's
Saw
stupid cheap to make.
movies.
Saw movies? Speaking of Saw movies,
They're stupid cheap to make, and they're almost immediate like box office winners. You know, they're almost guaranteed to make their money back.
Butthole's a box office winner.
Ooh,
Um,
you know it.
that was a good one. But speaking of Saw movies, Spiral is set to release this Friday in theaters only. Spiral, it's Spiral from the Book of Saw. Chris Rock is the main character. He plays the detective looking into these murders that oddly resemble the Saw murders from many, many, many years ago. Samuel Jackson is his partner in crime. They both said they wanted to show a different side of them that you've never seen before. That you think of Chris Rock, you think of comedy, you think of funny. This is said of the most
You don't think of him in a fucking
horror
Horror movie?
Not
Yeah.
just any horror movie, but a
Saw.
Saw movie.
Yeah, he
Who's
said that-
directing this one? I forget who it was. It was some big name.
It was Chris Rock.
Yeah, that's right. It was Chris Rock was directing.
Yeah.
it.
Chris
Yeah.
Rock's actually directing it too.
Yeah, he did it all. Yeah, he wanted to show what he can do. In terms of
A different
Uh,
genre, something outside of his element.
exactly.
Giant
Yeah.
Lion, Cartoon Ninja says Spiral only in theaters where you're part of the game. Take your chance.
Yeah. But yeah, it's in the trailer, if you ever watched it, essentially there's a scene where Chris Rock does get booby trapped into one of the contraptions. I feel when it's all said and done, it's either going to be him or Samuel L. Jackson is going to be the antagonist, the one that was like pretending to be the good guy, but in reality he was the mastermind behind all the murders and the plot and everything like that. But
And then
Yeah,
at
that
the very
comes-
end, it's gonna be just kidding. It's the tiger.
Ooh,
It's the fucking Tiger King.
true, fucking Carol Baskin.
fucking
Yeah,
Carol
it's,
Baskin.
But yeah, that comes out this Friday, to theaters only, because Twisted Pictures doesn't have their own streaming service, so they can't release it to any.
I mean, they could.
They could.
Yeah. They
Did you
could.
know the Tiger King is suing, by the way?
Oh, probably for his likeliness or some shit.
No, he's suing. He's suing. So you know how he put up a thing, a pardon? He put up a pardon for Trump. He asked Trump to pardon him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he had a limo sitting outside for him to be pardoned.
Right. Well, he's suing the people who didn't give Trump the envelope with the request to a pardon.
That's amazing.
Yo,
Oh.
he's pretty butthurt about it. He was very affected by that.
Oh
Just
yeah,
side-
he had a
side-
He had a limousine literally chilling outside,
Just waiting for his
just
ass.
waiting for him to get pardoned because he
Wow.
100% knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. So whoever got that
Guaranteed.
letter that was like, Trump, will you pardon me? Whoever didn't give that to Trump is gonna get sued.
Fucking hilarious.
America.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Crazy.
good.
Crazy shit, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
That's reality. I
that's
think.
that's the fucking world we live in. Oh, it's also coming to IMAX too. So if you want to, it's the first Saw movie to ever to come out in IMAX. To come to IMAX theaters.
Hmm.
So that'll be experience and a half. If you either of you guys ever been to an IMAX theater?
No.
Oh, wait,
Maybe
once
once.
years, like fucking.
Yeah. I went to a laser light show like with one of the Led Zeppelin laser light shows.
Nice.
It's pretty neat.
I
Maybe
saw
not.
The Dark Knight Rises and what was the other one? Skyfall, the James Bond movie, like the one that was really good. Like
Bruh. We should see the new Fast and Furious in an IMAX theater.
Yes.
fucking IMAX.
Let's do
As a
it.
group, dude. We should get all of the Aim Right,
The
Piff,
boys.
all the boys, all the boys.
That'd be
Yeah,
fucking.
That would be dope.
Yeah, it would be. That'd be an experience. That comes out next month.
Fuck Apollo 13. We're gonna go see fucking Fast and the Furious. They Spider-Man a car.
They do. They really do.
What has Apollo 13 done? They fucked up a ship.
Yeah.
They didn't even do it right.
Now we're fucking Spider-Man in a car, man. You don't even know.
The whole movie, you're hoping they don't fail anymore.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Give me a movie where you're fucking swinging a car from building to building, and then we'll talk.
Yep.
Go ahead, NASA.
Your move,
Make your way.
NASA. Why don't you get Elon Musk to do it?
The
That's so
last piece
funny.
of
I was thinking, yeah.
oh, that'd be fucking. That's good. That's not a bad idea.
Right,
though.
if
It's really
Elon
not.
Musk did it, the fucking car would have flamethrowers on it. Okay.
Oh fuck yeah.
It said it wasn't safe.
So did you know that?
Uh,
Real quick.
good.
Real quick.
Very good.
Did you know that Teslas have DLC?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Like my one
Have
buddy.
you seen the screen in one of those things?
Oh yeah, no, they're great.
The whole middle is a TV.
Yeah. But like through the
The screen-
Tesla app, there is a button that you can press, and it's like, oh, for $2,000, you can add extra horsepower to your Tesla.
Get the hell out
There's
of it. Really?
actual fucking DLC for your car.
Bro.
Dead
That's
ass.
silly though. That's silly though that it would be like that.
Yeah.
Like I got a governor on my shit unless I pay you more money.
Exactly.
Hack this. You're gonna breed a whole world, like a whole thing of hackers hacking cars, and then they're gonna fuck up the damn geofencing and the road safeness of it.
Yeah.
Hacking it just so that they can get Morgan Freeman's voice, so they don't have to pay for it.
No, man.
Come
This is back in this is the early 2000s. You got to have the Homer Simpson voice, just like on those GPSs.
Oh yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen
You don't
that.
remember that? Yeah, that was like one of the things for like Garmin's, is that you can get Homer Simpson's voice, and then whenever you would like miss a turn or something, it would go, "Don't!"
I don't know
fucking love
how. I don't know if that would be annoying or not.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
it's-
Pink
that's
Floyd. It
really-
was. You hack your car, it drives you to the police. No, those kids won that Sony claim in court. All right, you buy it, it's yours. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. Cartoon says, "Mr. T. Garmin voice pack, the best."
Oh my god.
On what's that app that you can download on your phone that's a GPS? Not Google
Waze?
Maps. Yeah, they have Terry Crews
Really?
as the GPS voice option.
I want that.
Yeah, you can download the Waze app, and then it had Terry Crews as an option for the voice.
I would do that. Would you download a car?
Yes.
Yeah,
Shoot.
for $35,000, you can get a base Tesla Model 3, or you can do the performance package for $52,000, and your car goes from 120 miles an hour at 5.3 seconds to 162 miles per hour at 3.1 seconds.
Yeah,
Or-
but is that actually DLC or is that hardware
No,
upgrades?
you can actually get fucking DLC for the car.
Because I can understand DLC like Morgan Freeman's voice in the fucking
No.
navigation system or something.
Do you want me?
Or,
Do you want
but if you're
me?
telling me that if you're telling me that my engine's ability to do what I want it to do is limited because like if you're telling me there's a legitimate governor on it, unless you pay more money, that is a little. I don't like that. I just don't like it.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
do
like it.
do you
Feel
want me to call up Ali
bad.
right now and ask
Yes,
him
ma'am.
about the DLC on his fucking car? Because
Yeah,
I
can
will.
do that.
What is the? So are you being accurate? It is DLC that is like what I'm saying would be annoying.
Yeah.
Because again, DLC that adds Morgan Freeman or Sully from Monster Incorporated or some kind of voice or something cool like that, that'd be dope. But if you're or if it adds games, if I can play Doom on that big ass screen, dope.
Oh
I'd
no,
pay
there
for
are
that.
games on there.
Huh?
There's games that
What?
you can get.
Right, I'm sure. But are you
Hold on,
saying
hold
is that
on.
what? No, that's a thing. That's fucked. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's yours. It's your hardware. You should be. That's like
Hey.
buying an Xbox.
Ali, sorry to bother you, but you're on the podcast right now.
And
Jeff,
we're trying to use a lifeline. We're using a lifeline.
we're using a lifeline right now. Jeff doesn't believe me that you have fucking DLC for your car.
I do believe it. What
Yeah, I do.
type?
What kind of DLC do you have?
Give me an example of a DLC.
So, like the booster, so you can drive the car faster than what it comes with.
Say it again.
The booster that you could drive your car faster.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Do you have to pay for this?
How much is it?
I think it's $2,000.
About $2,000.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jeff
Are
says,
you
"Get the
serious?
fuck out of here." Are you serious?
I won't buy a Tesla
So
now on
basically what they
principle.
do
I'll get a
is they
fucking
add
Prius.
all the stuff. For example, like if you didn't buy the full self-driving with the car, you can do it through that as well. So any upgrades, like some people don't get the heated seats, like the back seats, you can download a software for that through those DLC stuff. So that's how you get more upgrades for your car through
No,
the app.
unacceptable.
So that's what we go through. It's
100%
like having
unacceptable.
Xbox Live basically, and you download stuff for it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. Sir. I appreciate
Jeff
you.
looks disgusted, and he says,
I
"Thank
am
you very
disgusted.
much."
I don't look disgusted. I'm
No
fouled.
problem.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
That's shenanigans. I won't buy a Tesla on principle now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
know that either.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy that you have heaters in your chair, and unless you pay for a DLC, they don't turn on. That's stupid as fuck, bro. That is the dumbest thing in the world. Aimright just jumped on. He's like, "What did you just say? Recap that about Teslas? Yeah, the fucking Tesla cars.
Oh my
Apparently,
God.
there's a bunch of shit in it. A bunch of shit in it. A bunch of shit. Not some shit. Not this and that. A bunch of shit. From what I've gathered in this small conversation we've had here, Aim. And from what I'm gathering, your car will come with heaters in the chair. And it's a cold day, and you're like, "Damn, my ass is cold." Do you want your ass to be warm? We'll pay pay $500 more, and you can have
Yep.
warm ass. I don't like that. That's like buying a Xbox that has 2 hard drives in it. But you paid for the 256. It's got the 512 in it, but you paid for the 256.
It's
So
like
guess what? You can only use the 256, even though the 512 is in there. Like, what is that? That's stupid.
It's like
Software driven.
it's like on what was it, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the first DLC was actually on the disc. It was just locked.
What?
The
Right,
fir-
I'm saying here, software driven. It's only like that, but there used to be like 10 things. Software driven. I don't know entirely what you're saying there. Are you saying there's only software? No, these guys are fucking saying that if you wanted to go fast,
Yeah,
there's a
basically if
governor built into it,
you didn't buy the performance package, you could buy the performance package later on.
and it's just by downloading software.
Pretty much.
The car can do it.
It's
How are
DLC.
people not going to hack their own stuff? Like, if you and then that question that comes up is like with the Sony PlayStation versus the kids when they were modifying it, and the court said you bought it, you could do whatever the hell you want with it, it's yours. Does that mean that I could take my Tesla car and hack into it, and now I have warm ass?
Yep.
And not get in trouble? Because I'm not selling it. It's my ass that's getting warm. Watch him come at you if you like do Uber and somebody's ass is warm. You just sold the service is the way to look at it. But still, man, I don't like that. That salts my grits, bro.
That rustles
think,
your jimmies.
That rustles my jimmies. I think I'll be getting a Prius after all. Damn. Now, if it was like hardware upgrades, I can understand that. Like it's supposed to be, the Tesla cars are supposed to be easy to work with. Like you're supposed to. There are not a lot of pieces to the fucking thing. It's a RC. It's fancy
mainly
RC
a battery.
car. It's mainly a battery. So
Well,
like,
batteries, but you get my point.
you know what I mean? If I can pull up into somewhere and then open a hood up and lift out the engine thingy and put a new one in that's more powerful, pay a premium for that. That makes sense. I just find it, if there's software things that like take the internal lighting and strobe light them, or I don't know. I don't fucking know. There's things that are acceptable and there's things that are not acceptable. For me to have to pay an extra $600 to hit a button and my moonroof open is stupid. When the motor's in there, and it should just be able to do that. That's, like I said, it's like buying a terabyte hard drive, you know what I'm saying, an Xbox. Yeah, that's sillies. Let's move on. This topic annoys me.
So what do you have?
Ollie says he's
for
so
news,
upset
James?
he can't listen right now. He would have loved to heard the rant.
He says they can't hack it. The H, if the heaters are in there, you should be able to hook them up. Oh, that probably the hell. The hell, if the heater's in there, you should be able to hook them up. Right. They can't hack it. I know, it's because it's made by Elon. So he's got anti-hack technology
He do.
called Elon Gate technology. I don't fucking know.
Elongate.
Elongate.
Elongate technology.
Dude, if that should ever
You're not wrong.
Oh fuck. All right, hey, I got some news.
Go to your news, James.
I
and I'll
got
finish
some
mine.
news.
elongate. I can't wait till that he pops off.
Oh, okay. All right, hey. Do you guys remember the game Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance?
Dude.
It's coming out again. They're re-releasing it.
Good.
Oh, for PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and PC and mobile ports are going to be released later this year. It's out now for $30.
Yo, it was daytime when we started the stream.
It was. It was. Oh, we'll talk about the 2021 Hall of Fame inductees in a second. We'll talk about the Judgment Day events in a second. PlayStation. Hey, this is from Bloomsburg. We don't really talk about Bloomsburg too much because they usually don't have enough stuff that really pertains to us. But you know, one of the hardest items to find.
Elongate. So stupid.
I
love it.
So, one of the hardest things to find right now in the world is a PlayStation 5. People have been trying for a good like what is it,
Launch.
6 months
Some
now.
damn microchips. You know, I googled today. Why is it so hard for us to get these microchips, man? It's ridiculously
Mhm.
difficult to make fucking whatever these things are we need.
Yeah, no, it's been tough it's been really tough.
What was the name of it? Microprocessors or something?
Yeah. So Sony said in a kind of like a press release, Chief Financial Officer Hiroki Totoki from Sony said, quote, I don't think demand is calming down this year, and even if we secure a lot more devices and produce many more units of PlayStation 5s next year, our supply wouldn't be able to catch up with demand. So they're figuring that the short supply will remain until next year. Will remain through next year, sorry. Will remain through 2022. So they won't be, according to Sony, they won't be readily available until 2023. Which by that time, you know, who knows, we might have a new PlayStation 5 Pro at that point.
But then the aliens are gonna come down, and we're all gonna have Star Trek fucking holodecks.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to happen this year, by the way.
Epic has been in the middle of a lawsuit with Apple, for those who've been living under a rock.
That's still going on?
Oh yeah, no, it's still going on. Pretty interesting stuff
It's been going on a long time.
has been revealed through these court procedures, or through these court hearings and stuff. So, according to now deleted court evidence, this is from Games Radar. According to the now deleted court evidence, it says that Elgato Epic Games Store offered $200 million as a minimum guarantee for Sony first-party exclusives. So we've seen Death Stranding come to Epic Games Store, Horizon Zero Dawn, and now Days Gone is going to be coming to the Epic Games Store as well soon. And apparently, it is said the documents say that Epic offers Sony $200 million MG Plus for 4 to 6 titles, with MG seemingly standing for minimum guarantee. So, there's no information on what those 4 to 6 titles could have or would have been either.
Explain that to me as if I was 4.
Okay, Sony would be guaranteed $200 million to have 4 to 6 video games on the Epic Games Store. Now, that also says it's MG for minimum guarantee plus. So they probably take a cut of the digital sales as well.
So they're going to give them... Wait.
Presumably, Epic gave Sony $200 million up front. And
For
said,
what reason?
Hey,
What does Sony provide?
we want 4 to 6
PlayStation?
of your PlayStation exclusive games
Okay.
on our platform.
store.
Correct.
Okay.
And only
Okay.
on our platform.
Oh.
And then they said, to sweeten the deal,
Yeah.
you'll get X amount of dollars or X percentage of sales revenue as well. So
then
not
the plus
only...
is-
Yep.
Whatever.
So not only... And again, this is from a now deleted court document, so who knows how legitimate this actually is. But they said, hey...
What does this matter in terms of the court case?
you know, all this shit. They've been...
Maybe when they were trying
They-
to come with a you think maybe they were trying to this is when they were trying to balance it out and work out a deal or something maybe?
I don't know. Something with Epic or Apple has been forcing Epic to dig up a lot of things that they've been talking to a lot of companies about. I don't have this in the news, but I did read an article earlier this week about how Epic approached not only Sony, but Microsoft and Nintendo with a similar lucrative deal for an upfront payment plus royalties for having exclusive games on the Epic Game Store. Now, Nintendo, like both the only one that was actually going to make it is Sony, because Nintendo, they don't do that. They don't do that shit. Things come to their platform, they don't put things on other platforms. And Microsoft has the Microsoft Store, and they're in bed with Steam. So that ain't gonna happen either, Chief. So yeah, it looks like Sony allegedly made a fantastic deal with Epic to get their stuff on their platform. But again, like I said, who knows if this is actually real?
It's a deleted document.
It's a deleted document, exactly. So, and this would also coincide with, Sony investing in the Epic Game Store and in Epic in general. So it kind of makes sense that there is some sort of deal going on between Epic and Sony. What do you want next? Do you want the Video Game Hall of Fame inductees or the Judgment Day event?
Do the Judgment one.
All right. Hey, there was a thing that popped up on YouTube a few days ago from Sega. Said Judgment Day is coming, and they had a timer for a live event. Now I got super excited. Because there is a video game that Sega made called Judgment, or Judge Eyes if you're in Japan. Judgment is a spin-off of the Yakuza series.
I was like, isn't Judgment a Yakuza game?
Yeah. So, at this Judgment Day event, as they called it, they announced the next installment called Lost Judgment. It's going to star the main character Yagami from the first game and all of his ragtag team of detective friends running around in Kamurocho and it looks like Yokohama or Ijincho, which is Izaki Jincho, which is the main place from Yakuza 7. So that's going to be cool to see roaming around there. Basically, the story is there's this one guy who is claiming to have killed another man, and the people the detective agency, the lawyer group that Yagami works for, doesn't believe it. So Yagami's on the case to try to prove that he didn't do it. Yokohama Lumang are involved, which is a group from Yakuza 7. One of the big factions of what's called the Big Three. It looks like Yagami has to go undercover as a high school student. So this game takes place partially in a high school, where you have to do things like classes and after-school activities like boxing,
like in bowling,
robotics, and it's like it reminds me like of Bully. Some other cool things is that they have the fully modeled high school. They have big Japanese actors. None of them have been in anything that we've seen, so they're big in Japan. Doing voices for the game. It has over 100 minutes of voice-acted dialogue, which, I mean, in reality, doesn't seem like a whole lot when you really think about it. But that does, that's a pretty good amount of voice acting. You got a skateboard, so this is the closest thing we're gonna get to like a new Tony Hawk's game in a while. Multiple fighting styles. One of the big things with the original Judgment was that there was detective missions, and those are super cool, but there weren't really a whole lot of it. Things like tailing people and collecting evidence, that kind of stuff. That's going to take a more important play into the game this time around. You are also going to have things like parkour missions and stealth segments as well. More info is coming soon. It's going to be launched globally on September 24th. This is the first game from Ryu Gakutoku Studios, the Yakuza people, to have a global launch. Everything has always come out in Japan a few months before, and then it came here to the rest of the world. But that's coming September 24th for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and the Series X/S. No news on if it's coming to PC anytime soon. If or when. Now, with Judgment, new Judgment game coming out, and Yakuza taking a drastically different take on the fighting in the game, the director of the series has said that the Judgment is going to stay an action like brawler title. It's going to be your more traditional fighting like Yakuza game, while all the Yakuza games from now on, at least until the near future, for the foreseeable future, is going to be a turn-based RPG, which I liked.
Yeah, they will be.
I really like that.
The success of the last one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I really liked it. They managed to knock it out of the park with Yakuza 7 and made it kept the essence of the Yakuza games while making it turn-based. So yeah, that's the Judgment Day event. That was, oh god, I was so excited through all of it. The only thing that sucked is that the trailer was in English, and not to knock the voice actors, but it wasn't that great. Just saying. And then lastly, what I have is that time of the year again, folks. Here are your 2021 World Video Game Hall of Fame inductees.
Make it happen.
Boy.
Can I get
Get a hell yeah.
oh yeah? Let's see here. Let's take a look here. So, the rest of the show, okay. Each year, the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, New York, receives thousands of submissions for entry into its World Video Game Hall of Fame. Out of those initial submissions, 3 games are voted by the public, placed on one ballot, while the rest are chosen by members of the International Selection Advisory Committee, which is made up of journalists and scholars familiar with the industry. This year's 12 finalists. Let's take a look at them. We have the original StarCraft, Farmville, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Call of Duty, Animal Crossing, Portal, FIFA Soccer, Tron, Electronic Football, the little handheld like Mattel game, Something Else, and finally, do you want to
Mario
get...
Paint?
No, I wish. Do you want to know what the last game is? Do you want to take a guess? It's a callback from earlier in the podcast.
Resident Evil?
No. I was singing the song earlier.
Oh, he's talking about Doom.
No.
I don't even fucking remember.
Where in the world is Carmen
Oh.
San Diego? Yeah, where in the world is Carmen San Diego is the other game inducted this year. So,
That's fun.
give it up for your 2021 Hall of Fame inductees.
Carmen San Diego, the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have for news.
Yeah, last year, Animal Crossing's, yeah, Animal Crossing's won last year. How's that
No,
nominated again?
I didn't think it was on or that might have been for the other video game museum in Texas.
Mm.
I didn't think Animal Crossing made it last year for Rochester one.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember 2 years ago. It was
How many are there?
7.
There's like 2 major ones, one in Rochester, and then one in I think Austin.
The big ones, the strong.
Yeah, in Rochester.
The strong National Museum of Play.
Jeff,
I'm listening.
we should go to that.
Okay.
Once it reopens and everything, we really need to go. We were gonna go. Me and a few friends were gonna go. I think last year or 2 years ago, but then we just never got around to it. Well, 2 years ago, we never
I'm
got
down.
around to it. Yeah,
I'm
Rochester
definitely
isn't
down.
far. Rochester's
No,
not
Rochester, New York. Rochester, New
Mhm.
York.
far. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not far at all.
So what, like a
That'd be cool.
3-hour drive?
So for myself, hang on a
Mm.
second. I'm trying to remember my Origins password.
Oh god. Why do you want to know your Origins password? Huh?
Let's see what's available.
What, on Origin?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just play fucking Apex Legends while we're doing a podcast?
I actually forgot Origin had Apex on there, to be honest with you. No, Jeff was talking about The Sims, so I knew I have The Sims on one of my Origins accounts. I just don't remember which one it is.
One of your 1,800 Origins accounts.
That's the game that I use when I can't like get into gaming because of being an adult.
Yo, so when are we downloading? When are you guys downloading the online Sims game?
What online Sims game?
What was it? Free SO or something like that?
Yeah,
Walker, didn't I download it during one of my streams?
I think so.
What is it called?
Let me take a look
The
here.
multiplayer, the free one, the online free one. So for myself,
Free SO. Free Sims Online.
I got a couple pieces of news here, and then I will be done.
Then you'll download The Sims 4.
I remember my
hell is
password.
this?
Okay, so
You can be different characters.
first game piece of news is Skull and Bones from Ubisoft is delayed once again.
It's
Most
never
likely won't be
coming out.
available until sometime late 2022. So Skull and Bones is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag realism mixed with Sea of Thieves. So you know, Sea of Thieves is cartoony, but you have
Mhm.
you sail the world and do everything. Skull
Yar,
and
ye
Bones
sail the seven seas.
is
for booty.
that, but with the look and feel of Assassin's Creed. So it's an open world sea game that you go on quests, you do different things like you do on Sea of Thieves, but it has the realism, the look of the Ubisoft games, Assassin's Creed. It's supposed to be this amazing game. It was launched, and initially the trailer was launched at E3 2017.
Hey, you know what
and it
else I
was-
think came out or was shown off at that year? Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
That's never coming
And it
out
was
either.
slated that it was supposed to.
Supposed to. Oh,
Sorry, someone was talking to me. That it was supposed to release the following year, but never actually did.
nope.
And who knows when it's gonna be released?
If it's gonna be
Um,
released.
If it's gonna be released, it'll look amazing when it does. It's rumored supposedly to be a 4-player open world sea game,
Yeah.
like how Sea of Thieves is currently. So we'll see. We are getting a Battlefield 6 reveal event in June.
Probably for
EA
EA's event.
Yep.
Their E3 event.
CEO announced today that Battlefield 2021 will be revealed in June. More information coming in the summer. With that, they said Battlefield 6 is placed to be released by the end of October.
Wow. Oh, to compete with Call of Duty.
Yep.
Wow.
So if you like
ballsy.
Battlefield, this is the new game, Battlefield 6. I never really got into the Battlefield games, more
like the
Call of Duty
Battlefield
guy
games.
myself. But people who've been waiting for Battlefield, this is it. Another game that's coming out with some major updates, Overwatch 2. We haven't heard anything about it.
Not in a minute.
There's gonna be a PvP stream next week
Ooh.
of Overwatch 2.
Wow. Okay.
It will show new maps, major updates, gameplay, and everything that people have been waiting for. It is the first look into Overwatch 2. It is the PvP event coming up next week, live streamed by the developers at Blizzard. We've been hard at work on Overwatch 2, and we like to share some of what we've been doing with all of you. I know it's been quite some time. In the past, When we talked about Overwatch 2, we focused a lot on the co-op and the story side of the game, but the PvP is the core of what makes Overwatch so special, and we wanted to show you what we have done. It looks like the stream will take place on May 24th. I'm assuming on Twitch. So that'd be kind of cool. So keep an eye out for that. So if you want to see exactly what they're doing, they're going to be. Oh no, the stream is on May 20th.
Okay.
Sorry, May 20th. It doesn't have a time though, so I'm assuming if you wanted to, you can look it up. And it will be on their Twitch account. I'm surprised, Jamie, you didn't have this in your news, but a lot of Resident Evil news going around right now. Resident Evil 8 Village 8,
Oh yeah,
Villager, whatever you want to call it,
Resident Evil Village
is the fastest selling game in the entirety of the series of all Resident Evils.
Hell yeah.
3
let's
million
go.
copies have been sold in the first 4 days, putting it as the #1 fastest selling Resident Evil game in history. The only other game that managed to sell that was Resident Evil 6, and people got it because they thought it was going to be great, and they were all disappointed.
Oh yeah, I was extremely disappointed. I remember waiting in line at midnight for that game.
The new milestone is a huge achievement. Typically, it is a little lower, but due to the hype of the game and also across multiple different platforms, it has helped this game surge well past the expectations. So, awesome job. With that being said, Resident Evil Village is Steam's most successful Resident Evil game of all time.
Yep.
Currently, based off of Steam, there's over 101,000 concurrent players who have downloaded it and play it daily on stream. On average, they're looking at about 75,000 people are playing it concurrently on Steam.
It's great, good for Capcom. You know,
Yep.
they've been knocking it out of the park recently with all their games. And yeah, they deserve all this success. They put a lot of good time and good work into their games.
So amazing job. To top that, for the first 2 days, there was over 600,000 viewers live on Twitch watching Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil Village. Sorry, huge numbers.
Oh yeah.
And then with that, there's also some bad news. Resident Evil 8 Village has been accused of stealing a creature design, a creature design for a boss, by the director of a 2013 movie. Eurogamer earlier this week, Dutch movie director Richard something has accused Capcom of copying his work on his 2013 movie Frankenstein's Army. The movie features a character with a rotating propeller blades attached to its head.
Don't spoilers.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I
why
wasn't
I
sure
didn't
how
read
far you
that.
got.
I didn't read that article. So
Oh, my bad. Basically,
I'll just here. Just give me like a thumbs up or something whenever you're done talking about it.
You're good.
Oh, okay.
I'm done. Essentially, whenever you get to it, you'll see. Essentially, this guy is accusing them of stealing the design of his main antagonist. Even more Dragon Quest games are coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Hell yeah.
So later this year, it looks like they're going to be adding more Dragon Quest games to Game Pass.
Yeah, because Dragon Quest Builders 2 just dropped on Game Pass.
It did. So a lot of people are super excited about that. Speaking of Xbox, finally there's been a little bit more talk about Fable 4. Fable 4 is going to be using the same engine as Forza, which will make this game crazy realistic. Yeah. Yep. Fable is using the same engine as Forza Motorsports.
How the hell are they going to manage that? I mean,
They said they are.
It's more than just like the graphics. You know, it's
You're
things
gonna
like
go
the
fast.
physics and everything else with the game. How are they gonna turn that? I mean, that must be like a fucking versatile engine.
Yeah. I
Because
don't know. They
like,
said
have you seen like? There's a reason. I think they don't use the Frostbite engine for Madden anymore, or I know definitely not NHL because it sucked for sports
they're
games.
using Forza Tech, the studio's core game engine, is powering 3 AAA games in development across beloved Xbox franchises. The most one that sticks out is the open world RPG of Fable.
That's so weird.
So yeah, there are people. A lot of people are. Well, Forza itself looks phenomenal. So
Yeah, but it's
I'm
more than just
assuming.
that.
Oh yeah,
It, yeah, it's with the engine. It's literally the engine of the game.
yep. So we'll see. 2 last things I have. So Amazon's New World MMO showcases new dungeon gameplays ahead of launch. So they released a game trailer for the New World, the largest the largest open world game currently that's going to be available is made by Amazon Games. It's the same look and feel as Minecraft, not Minecraft, Warcraft,
World of Warcraft
as well as
14.
14. Uh, New World is an online RPG where players can go on quests, take lure, and collect loot in the world of Orthenium. Essentially, a high fantasy setting that takes inspiration from Americas during the Age of Exploration.
Interesting.
It's set to launch August 31st. The developers of large-scale open MMO opened up about New World to a full preview ahead of the release. One of the many um, consistents in an MMO is the focus on dungeon crawling, which had the chance they dove into how it's called, and the quests are called what is that? Excavation. I can't even say what that is.
Excavations.
Excavations. There we go. Yeah.
Got you.
New World. Thank you. New World puts more of a focus on exploring a large open world at your own pace, letting you take on trades, engaging in PvP, PvE content, and build out your character to see how you see fit. Uh, this aspect of the game comes through in a big way during the excavation missions, similar to the online RPGs. You and your squad and other adventurers team up to engage in story-driven standalone adventures located on different areas of the world. And our recent hands-on, we got to explore one of the high-level excavations set in ancient ruins, and then you can check out the video to see exactly what they did. It looks pretty cool. So
I feel like
definitely something to keep an eye on.
I don't know how successful this is going to be, because I mean you got the 2 major players with World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14 dominating the MMO space. It's going to be hard for Amazon to take players from these 2 games, especially with the new 14 expansion coming out here soon, and with World of Warcraft Classic getting the Brood and Crusade stuff.
Yeah, so we'll see. It'll be interesting for sure to see exactly how it plays out. They've been working on this for a minute, so.
Well, they've also
Good for
worked
them.
on Crucible for a minute, and you know how that went.
Yeah, that's true. And it didn't happen actually because it's still not even out again. The last thing that I have is Final Fantasy VII. June 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII
Coming out quick.
remake. What did you say? Oh,
It's coming out quick.
Final Fantasy VII remake intergrade. Essentially, it is.
Oh no! You're not going to
What?
be able to play the Yuffie stuff.
Now because it's PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
I have to wait until December. So essentially, what they have done is they are now importing not Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII into the PS5. They have new stories, new gameplay, and better design. An upgrade in the whole, essentially coming to the PS5 on June 10th.
Hopefully
With
they
that,
fix that fucking door. Hopefully they
Yeah.
fix the texture on that goddamn door. That pissed me off.
So we'll see. It should. It says it's an upgraded version and the remake of the graphical and performance improvements, as well as new content. It's going to be exclusive to the PS5 for the first 6 months. Also releasing alongside of Intergrade is an episode intermission, $20 standalone expansion where you play as Yuffie.
That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna download that and then be done. Not play
instead
through
of
it again.
replaying the whole game.
Yeah.
It didn't say how and like what they've added in terms of the actual story.
It's the Yuffie stuff.
To actually make it so it's worth it, but we'll see.
It's just the
Um,
Yuffie stuff. That's literally
So-
it that they're adding.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
That's
that post game DLC. That post game story.
So with that, they did add a bunch of stuff with like James was just saying, which is nice. Let's see what we got here. So, the director of the game said that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, when that is released, picks up immediately after the Yuffie story ends.
Mhm.
So, essentially what happens is that you have Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is the Final Fantasy VII just with a couple extra added things. And then you have what's called the intermission, which is Yuffie's storyline. The Yuffie storyline takes place at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake. They take place at the same exact time, with Yuffie's story expanding past the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, bridging Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Part 2. So what happens in this Yuffie storyline, the second you pick up Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 whenever it releases, it picks up the second that expansion, the DLC ends. They said it's not required that you play the Yuffie storyline, but if you want to not have a break in the timeline and you want to know what happens on every second, then you play this, and then it'll take place right after the Yuffie storyline. They have no more further updates on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. They said Square Enix would not allow them to talk about it during this press conference. So all they can say is that it's going good, and it'll hopefully we'll have some news sometime in the near future.
I heard.
Meanwhile, back in the lab, everything is falling apart.
Yeah. I heard this one dude, he was complaining about Final Fantasy VII Remake winning at last year's Game Awards, winning like soundtrack of the year.
Only thing of one.
Yeah. But he was super pissed. He thought Doom Eternal and Ori and the Blind Forest should have won. And I'm like, bro, you know damn well that they weren't even going to come close to winning. It's Final Fantasy fucking 7. And they throw in... The thing that I hated most about the soundtrack is that they just threw in One Winged Angel all over the place in that. In all those tracks. Like, they busted the nut super early with One Winged Angel.
Also in the press conference,
Over and
we're
over
getting
again.
2 more Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, we are. I pre-registered for one.
Good. For the first one, it's Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier.
Where we dropping, boys? I'm dropping at Nibelheim.
It's a Final Fantasy VII Battle Royal. Yes, you heard it right. Final Fantasy is making a Battle Royal where you can have skins, where you dress up as a chocobo. That is set to release sometime in 2022. There wasn't much information on it other than some pictures.
How do you have a battle royale on a?
I think we talked about
turn-based-
this already. Like a few months
On turn?
ago.
Turn-based?
No.
This just came out. Like this information just released
Oh,
an
I think with
updated
the okay,
release
there we go.
with the press conference.
That's
They had
right,
more
that's
news
right.
about it.
You're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, this was but no, it's not turn-based. It's not called Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale. It's just called Final Fantasy Battle Royale.
Final Fantasy,
So
or it's like called First Soldier Final Fantasy 7 or something like that.
yeah, it's called Final Fantasy: The First Soldier.
There we go.
So essentially, it's going to be a mix of characters throughout the franchise where you drop in and have a battle royal.
Even though First
You
Soldier's
played.
only in 7, but okay.
Oh
How
yeah.
do you fight?
You shoot.
There's guns and stuff and
I
magic.
mean, is it turn-based or is it?
It's a battle
like-
royale.
No, it's an actual battle royal.
It's like
Have you ever
PUBG
seen?
or,
Okay,
or
okay.
Fortnite.
Have you ever seen the game that me and James played? That Chinese,
Yeah,
Japanese battle royal.
Cyber Hunter? Yeah, Cyber Hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
one
looks
that
like
James was the best person that's ever
Hell
played.
yeah, I'm the best goddamn dude.
um.
Oh my
it looks
god.
like that.
Imagine
Top
my
10.
skills with this fucking chair. I already got
Yeah.
my Fortnite wins up to like ninja level.
So the only downfall, this is a mobile game. So, but essentially you have shields that you can throw up. You can throw fire. You can throw lightning, and you can throw water. You can't throw cans
No,
and hands. Yeah. There's different elements that you go pick up throughout the land, and that allows you to build your electric, your water, and your fire,
It's
Now,
just
is
as
like
well as
Is this elements or is this materia?
elements.
yeah, you go pick up elements. So like, but when you use it, you have to go find more.
It's kind of like with
Um,
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then you go find guns on the ground, and then on the kind of like Cyber Hunter, you can then pick up like more of that same gun to make it more powerful.
Listen, man,
Um,
if there isn't a part in that game where Cloud is not flossing,
yeah, I know.
I'm giving up. I give up hope.
They also talked about the new game called Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. Also a mobile game. Essentially, what Ever Crisis is, it is an
Fucking
updated
Crisis
version
Core,
of the.
baby.
It's an updated version of the polygram look how it currently is, but it follows the entire timeline of Final Fantasy VII. So how Final Fantasy VII currently works, there's 3 different games.
No, there's more. What ones are you
Well,
thinking
yeah.
of?
Well, you have Crisis Core, you have Final Fantasy VII, you have what the fuck's it called?
Dirge of Cerberus?
Yeah, Dirge, that game.
Oh, yeah, those games, and then it adds the 2 movies as well.
Yeah. So if
Oh, and the one mobile game that was only available in Japan, I think it adds to.
yeah, so it's a very very large game, but it covers the entire storyline of every Final Fantasy VII game that's related to Final Fantasy VII.
I
So
want to
you have
know.
Zack's story, you have the Sephiroth story, you have Cloud's story when he was in
Vincent's.
Soldier.
I want to know how they're going to do Dirge of Cerberus. Because Dirge of Cerberus was just a Devil May Cry clone.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Oh, I forgot
terrible.
about that character.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It also includes Advent Children. Yeah, Dirge of Cerberus. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, Ever Crisis, it has a look of Dragon Quest almost. If you ever played that game, where it's still animated but not animated. So the storyline currently goes before Crisis. Before Crisis,
Which I think was the Japan only mobile game. Was
Yep,
before
that's
Crisis.
what it was. Yeah, Dirge of Cerberus.
Yep, because that involves Nibelheim getting attacked, and before Vincent falls asleep for like 100 years.
Yep. Dirge of Cerberus, The Lost Episodes.
Oh yeah, that
which-
includes that.
Crisis Core, Final
Mhm.
Fantasy VII.
My boy Zach.
It'll have pieces of Final Fantasy VII Remake that they've added. Advent Children, Final Fantasy VII: The Lost Order, which was The Lost Order was a limited edition of the Advent Children
Yeah.
called Advent Pieces. It was an animated version of Advent Children, essentially. It's a film, and that's all going to be compiled together in Ever Crisis.
That's
It'll
nuts.
be released in
That's gonna be
2022.
That's gonna be an 800 fucking gig mobile game.
Yeah, released in 2022 for iOS and Android.
Although they managed to do the trickery, they managed to do that fucking magic trickery to put all of Final Fantasy 15 onto your phone. And that's only
That is
like
true.
4 gigs.
Well, they said that this, in their interview, that it's going to be an episodic, single-player game with adding a narrative material on it. So there may not be parts that are playable, but are just like narrative, like a video.
It's kind of like with
Almost like the games like that you play where they kind of talk and like pictures next to them,
the ones
like on
that
the
I
Switch
play.
and shit.
Uh,
I can't remember the names.
No, visual novels. I
Yeah.
think it could be like you remember in Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 collection?
Yeah.
You know how there's Dream Drop Distance and it's just one long FMV?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be that. I would assume they would do that with like Dirge of Cerberus or Advent Children.
That makes
What
sense.
does the F stand for?
The F?
In FMV.
Full motion video.
Okay.
Yeah, where you don't actually play, but it just kind of tells a story
Yeah.
like by itself.
It's like a Quibi, except longer.
Gotcha.
But yeah, because I don't know how they're gonna put all of that into one game that's a mobile game. But I guess nowadays you have the new fucking iPad that has an M1 chip in it, so you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new iPad that's releasing this month has a computer processor built into
Yep.
it, so
Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
have their
wouldn't be
A chips
surprised.
anymore.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
Which makes me feel great about their iMacs. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's got a tablet processor in it.
so it's possible with the way everything's changed. So, but that's all I got for news. Let's get to some releases.
Yeah, let's take a look at some releases. We are looking at the releases for up until the 24th. Alright, today's the 11th. Alright, so we have on today, for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, we have Call of Sea coming out. Oh, Hood Outlaws and Legends came out yesterday, by the way. I forgot that was a thing. We have...
What was it called?
Hood Outlaws and Legends. Did you hear
Hood
anything about-
Outlaws Legends?
Yeah, like Robin Hood.
Oh, okay, I thought it meant like...
No, not like Leprechaun 3 Hood, but like Robin Hood.
They did have that game, Hoods of the Legend, or Legends of the Hood. It was Def Jam.
Yeah, Fight for New York,
Yeah.
Vendetta. They teased Def Jam
That
Records.
game was actually fun as hell.
Well, yeah, because it was running on the same engine that did the old wrestling games, like WCW versus NWO. They
Really?
used the exact same engine. Yeah, that's what made it so
those
fun.
games were fun.
What was it? I think it was about like a year or so ago. Def Jam Records teased a new Def Jam game,
Oh my god!
and everyone
can
got
you imagine?
super excited. But I digress. On the 12th, we have Rift Raccoon coming out for Xbox Series and the Nintendo Switch. We have Retro Machina coming out for Switch and PS4. Jin Conception coming out for Switch and PC on the 12th. On the 13th, we have Ruby Grim Eclipse coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Space... I bit my tongue.
Exactly.
I bit my tongue.
Nuts.
Damn it. We have...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just took a chunk out of my tongue
bit
or something.
my tongue off.
Just took a chunk out of my tongue. We have Wing Commander War and Trade coming to the Nintendo Switch. We have also Lost Ruins coming for the PC on the 13th. Exodemon coming out for the Series X and Xbox One on the 13th. Death Crown coming out for the Switch and Xbox One. Oh boy, what the fuck is this game? Oh no, okay. Fantasy Tavern Sextet Volume 3, Post-Lude Days, coming out for the PC and the Nintendo Switch on the 13th. We have Getsu Fumaden, Undying Moon, coming out for the PC on the 13th. On the 14th, we have Subnautica Below Zero, I do believe coming out for the PlayStation 5 and Series X as well, coming out on the 14th. Mass Effect Legendary Edition coming out for fucking everything except for the Nintendo Switch.
That Fantasy Tavern Sextus is a third part.
Yeah, it's part 3. It's the third and final part of the incredible story of the Fantasy Tavern series. It is the Return of the Jedi, if you will. The Return of the Jedi, if you will, of the Fantasy Tavern games. Karma.
Looking at the trailer now, and it's just a bunch of anime girls with their legs spread.
I mean, what else did you expect with a name like that? Karma Incarnation 1 coming out for the Xbox One on the 14th as well. On the 18th, we have Essays on Empathy coming out for the PC. SnowRunners coming out for the Nintendo Switch. SnowRunners coming out for the Xbox, probably the Series X and PS5. Days Gone coming out for the PC. Fuck this game again. Void Terrarium coming out for the PlayStation 5 on the 18th. Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Dry Twice, coming out for PC, Mac, PS4, Switch, and Xbone.
Streaming that.
Hell yeah.
Archaea coming out on. Then we have Archaea coming out for the Nintendo Switch. On the 19th, we have Dark Knights with Poe and Munro coming out for the PC and Mac. Sunless Skies coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One. Aerial Knights Never Yield. Oh, that game actually looks pretty sick. That's coming out for PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbone, Series X, and PC. We have Outbreak Endless Nightmares coming out for the 19th. Crossroads Inn coming out for the Xbox One. On the 20th, we have Rise of Slime coming out for PS5 and PS4. The Wild at Heart coming out for PC and Series X. Sure Footing coming out for the Xbox One. Just Die Already coming out for the Xbox One and PS4. The Longest Road on Earth coming out for the PC. Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl coming out for Xbox One and PS4. Raising Hell coming out for the Nintendo Switch. And Frozenheim coming out for the PC on the 20th. I said what, till the 23rd, right?
23rd, yeah.
Yeah. On the 21st, we have Cosmic Top Secret coming out for the Xbox One and Switch. Knockout City coming out for the PS4 and PC. Raising Hell coming out for the Xbox One. Miitopia coming out for the Nintendo Switch. And finally, on the 21st, we have Rust coming out for the Xbox One and PS4. Back to you guys.
Right. Not a ton coming out movie news. The biggest thing, if you like The Hills from many years ago, The Hills is being re-released today. Well, tomorrow for me, today for you, on MTV.
MTV's still a thing?
That's an old show. Yeah, kind of. It's all reality TV show now. That's all it is. Netflix is releasing a boatload of movies. On Friday, we have Spiral, the book from the Book of Saw, coming out. As well as on Friday, we have Army of the Dead coming to Netflix. It is a zombie outbreak happens in Las Vegas. A group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble, hilarious, and venture into the quarantine zone to pull off the greatest heist ever attempted. So it's essentially, there are a bunch of people trying to rob Vegas during a zombie apocalypse outbreak. It's directed by Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
That comes to Netflix on Friday, so that should be good. Let's see what we got.
It has
here.
a 57 on Metacritic. And a 77 on Rotten Tomatoes.
What is?
Oh, Dave Bautista's in it?
Yeah, that's his new movie. said in an interview yesterday that he's done with Drax after the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie because he doesn't like Disney or Marvel anymore, and so he's gonna focus
don't
on more
either.
serious roles. So we
Uh.
took this movie instead. High School Musical,
Nice.
High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 2 comes out this Friday.
Wait, High School Musical, the series, season 2.
Correct.
Say that like 10 times
Mhm.
fast, real quick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's literally what it's called.
God damn.
It's essentially the
You know,
premise is
High
the
School
school
Musical, the
that
musical, season 2.
the school that the High School Musical was actually filmed in, they never did a play of the High School Musical, and so this teacher comes in and like demands to be the drama teacher to do the musical of the High School Musical. That's
My
exactly-
head hurts.
That comes out on Friday. Mission Impossible the original Mission Impossible comes out to theaters on Sunday in preparation for Mission Impossible 8 that comes out later this summer. And there's a bunch of really random shows, nothing really amazing. Netflix and all these other ones just have a bunch of series coming out that who knows. And that's really about it. I think that we call it a
That
podcast.
sounds like a podcast.
Go around the room, and where can we find you? What are you going to be doing?
All right. Well, since I started with the weeks and everything, bye everyone. Bye guys. Love you all.
Bye.
I'm still here. Benefit
No,
of having
see-
a wireless headset.
Well, no, Jeff,
Really?
Walker. As soon as you got up, Jeff got up and left too.
That's funny.
Like
James is
in,
talking. Let's just walk
in
away for a
fucking
second.
sync, you both just fucked right off. Exit stage right.
That's awesome.
I just found that hilarious. All right, hi. So, you can watch me stream Resident Evil Village, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. That game's still fucking, I don't understand it. And, Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap, at twitch.tv/JimmyNoodlesGG. And if you miss any streams, you can always check out the upload on youtube.com/JimmyNoodlesGaming, or check out some of my other series that I have going on over there. As well
pretty
as,
good.
if you want to, someone actually commented on a video I made back in 2016 today. I found that weird.
Did they?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, I found that weird. I'm like, where did you find this? This
Time
is like
travel.
hidden
Was
in
it
the
at least
depths.
positive?
Yeah, it was like no, like I mean, it was just like, oh yeah, this game reminds. It's like Survivor, the CBS show Survivor. I'm like, oh okay,
Hmm.
it kind of is. It was for Mary Kate.
Commented, he's like, it'll be interesting to see where you are in 5 years.
Yeah, it was a fucking based on a Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen video game that me and my buddy played. But yeah, so you can do that at youtube.com/JimmyNoodlesGaming, and if you want to see what the reject pictures from Pokemon Snap that I'm taking, you can go to Twitter at JimmyNoodlesGG, and also see what else I'm retweeting, the funny memes. Jeff, what about you?
I don't do social media anymore.
Okay.
Good.
Walker, what
Yep,
about you?
I'm done with that.
Do you still have your YouTube and stuff?
No, I got rid of all that.
Okay. Well, never mind.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I got
I
all
was gonna say like.
Splash
that
screen
is a
gaming
lie.
on all the splash screen gaming and all this stuff. It's really that simple.
Nice and easy.
Yep. That's it. I'm done.
For myself, it's the Captain Geach. I love it.
I got rid of all the socials. All right. Well, hey, Walker,
Yeah.
what about you?
I'm gonna eat my fettuccine alfredo I've been cooking.
There you go. Fuck social media. You can find me on the Captain Geach on everything. I got a
Jeff
stream.
wasn't.
Haven't streamed.
Jeff wasn't hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe you
Yeah.
shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't
Nah,
take a
firm.
huge mouthful of fettuccine alfredo straight from the pan into your mouth. Maybe let it cool
Burn.
a little bit. Blow on it, my guy.
No, man. When you're hungry, you're hungry. You got to dive
I
in.
gave it a few. Blow out a few birthday candles, my guy.
I know. I was inverted breathing while I was down there. Like, you just suck in real hard. Because you get two things. You get the flavor and
Oh,
the
yeah.
air and
Well-
the coolness
well,
and breathe.
Yeah, sommeliers do that when they're drinking wine. They do the.
Bougie.
Taste tester.
I'm
It's
about
called
to
me,
slap
it's
my
called
noodles.
sommelier. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
And I am not a sommelier.
El sommelier.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
hell yeah, let's go, baby.
I got the bangers today, man. Fucking love it. Today's a good podcast. For myself, the Captain Geach and everything. One day I'll get back to streaming once I have to remake my fucking displays again. Because unfortunately my computer decided to delete them. Fucker. So, but for myself, that's what you can find. And you can find us at the podcast, the Level Unlock Podcast, on everything. Exclusively on Twitter at what, Jameson?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And if you'd like to become a part of the Unlock Nation, you can do so at patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. And we will see you guys, hopefully with the full crew, in 2 weeks.
Here's
Mhm.
Y'all have a good night. See you
I like
next
to
time.
join you. Oh, it's so
Bye.
hot.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my god.